Hey there, it's John Berry 555. I'm not jet lagged, but I am tired because I'm hiking in Cumberland Gap National Historic Park. There's actually surprisingly good cellular reception here, so on my hike, I was able to listen to the final episode of the latest season of Jetlag the Game, Taiwan Rail Rush. Like I said, I'm not jet lagged as they are then, but I am tired. And because of that, voiceover me will finish this video where I'll be talking about my thoughts about Jetlag the Game, Taiwan Rail Rush. So, voiceover me, take over. Thank you, in-person me, for that pleasant introduction, but I need to apologize to you for making you do that and then not actually put all that tiring work into the video for 3 weeks because it took me so long to actually make the video. I apologize to you and I apologize to you guys, the audience. So, this is my review of Taiwan Rail Rush, the 17th season of Jetlag the Game. So, this season there is a guest. His name is Michael Downey, who is the first Jetlag contestant who does not make travel-related content. But the main thing I want to address is this is a very neat game design in that, the racing to claim railway station. So, of course, it's going to be very much transit oriented. I thought the challenges were unique and very interesting. So Adam and Ben did get a lot of bad luck in the fact that the challenges kept on populating near where Sam and Michael were, even though Adam and Ben did end up winning the game in the long run. So despite the bad luck, they still ended up winning. It was neat seeing Taiwan, and they're definitely not doing a game in China already, considering they played a game in Taiwan, and they also, way back in one of the tags, said, I think Sam said, bonjour to everyone except the Chinese Communist Party, so I don't think they're doing a China game anytime soon. Plus, there's also a lot of hurdles with filming in China, from what I've heard people talk about online. But yeah, overall, I thought this was a very unique game mechanic. I loved how they had a built-in failsafe in case the team lost credits, where they would end up basically going into the red and chips being paid to the enemy team. Again, very neat way, or enemy team should they go through through an enemy-claimed station, an opponent-claimed station. Again, very neat ways. The challenges I think were neat. I like the variability in the different kind of challenges and what the reward was. Some were fixed rewards, variable rewards where basically they have to basically call what they're going to get and then actually do that. So they could have said 1 and gotten 1, or they could have said 10 and got 10 or whatever. Steal, taking in some of the opponent's chips, multiplier, like some very unique ways of dealing with the chips. The challenges I think were very unique. A lot of them, I really liked how the challenges were, hey, go to this place and then were very much go to this place, perform this challenge. And I wonder if, like in Shang Showdown, the challenges were written in advance but not necessarily shown to the teams, given they use a similar format for reviewing the challenges. Now, that is not, I don't see that anywhere on the wiki, and I haven't watched the layover because I don't have Nebula at this time. So, again, I don't know for sure. But I get the impression that they were much more unaware of what the challenges were going to be compared to previous. And I like that the challenges, like in Shang Showdown, were location specific, that encouraged them to travel beyond the railway stations. Because, you get some games which like tag and hide and seek are fun in that, but the challenges are generic and you could potentially do it anywhere, though a lot of them are still travel related, but it's not specific travel related, so you don't necessarily see them going to interesting places, just convenient places in those games. Versus here, things are not always going to be the most convenient, but it could be definitely a lot more interesting. So overall, I very much liked it. The logo that they used for this and the poster are very neat. I really like the design with the dragon, the tiger. I really much like that design, and honestly, I liked it. I don't think it's my favorite game. I think the New Zealand game, so the New Zealand race game was really fun. That was probably one of my top favorites. Shagan Showdown, of course, I like Tom Scott, so that's probably what contributes to that as well. And honestly, I think I very much like Tag All Stars. Those are probably my 3 favorite seasons. Besides, I would say probably Hide and Seek Japan is also up there. Trying to remember from my ranking videos that I did. But yeah, those are like on the top of my board. And this is going to be up there, but maybe not quite as high. But I think this is probably the most unique one-off game that they've done that could potentially be adapted elsewhere. So man, I would love to see more races like on New Zealand. That's just my personal opinion. Now, before I finish this up, I would like to just talk about Season 18, which has been announced because I delayed long enough for me to count because, well, it's coming out on Nebula within the week. At least that's what it says according to the jetlag wiki. So stateside scramble, so another US season. Looks like Amy will be a full-on guest, which I think is going to be so neat to see since we saw her in Hide and Seek New York as that kind of half season that they did to help fill in because they had a shorter season there and all that. So all I know for sure is the Pentagon will be based off of. I haven't watched any trailers yet, but I think it's going to be a very interesting game, but we're going to wait for it to talk about. We're going to wait for it to air to talk about. So that's my jetlag update, I guess. So stay tuned for more jetlag videos, and hopefully I'll have some other just random fun videos on this channel because I don't post here enough and I really need to increase my posting. But yeah, let me know what you saw at the Taiwan Rail Rush. I very much enjoyed it, and I'm really looking forward to the next season of Jetlag.